Oopsie. Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for November 15th through December 14th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Varush. Love and support to her. Check her out. Show her some love and support as well if you like what she has to say. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. All right, Aquarius, what do we got here? Whoopsie. Hello, Aquarius. Good Lord. Big fat cards and flipping all over the place. Aquarius. There it is. All right. Page of Swords. 10 of Wands, Page of Wands, 10 of Swords, oh my goodness gracious, 9 of Cups, King of Pentacles, so this could be Virgo, we got here, and Queen of, so this is King of Pentacles, right, Queen of Pentacles, so this could be Capricorn. Interesting. Okay, so, gracious. We got change and things in flux. There's been some chatter here, so what is going on here? Okay. All right, Aquarius. So, well, it's like, whoosh. Is this both of you moving on? And both of you are okay about it, but did this person just recently get in touch with you? Or is someone being petty here? What's going on here, Aquarius? What's this 10 of Wands about? 2 of Wands. What's this Page of Wands about? This Page of Wands. Yeah, you know, see, this is 10 of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. What's this 9 of Cups about? See, it feels like you're just, you're like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I don't know if I want to do this. Is this somebody that came back and is trying to plead their case? They just recently reached back out online, Aquarius? What's this 9 of Cups? What's this 9 of Cups? 7 of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. What's this King of Pentacles? Magician. That bothers me. Why? Because this is somebody that's wanting what they want, but is it, why? What, like, is it about both of you, or is it because they tried to do it alone and they're just like, you know, it's too hard. Can we get back together? Because I really miss you, and I also miss the way you used to make this dinner, or the benefit I used to have, or I just, and it looks like you're actually debating. You're actually going, okay, if we do this, then such and such. So you're actually considering reopening the case, so to speak. You're actually considering this. But it's a lot of work. And yet, you consider it. Why? What's this Queen of Pentacles about? Why? Aquarius. Okay, so we got death there. Oh boy, they might be promising you all kinds of things now. What's this Queen of Pentacles for Aquarius? Good. 4 of Cups. Oh, thank God. Good. We got 2 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. Good. This is that thinking. But there's a lot of thinking going on lately. A lot of these are like things in limbo. So there's been an ending. There's been a whoosh, but something has changed. Something has happened to where your person's like getting back in touch with you. And it's like, okay, why? Is it just too hard without you? But why is it too hard without you? And I'm not talking, you know, romantic love aside. This is what jumped earlier, that Chariot. This maybe someone just doesn't know how to adult. They want the stability and security and the order that you brought in the structure. This thing's kind of being up in the air. The thing is, they might have some pretty convincing solutions about how we're going to do this, about, it can be even better than before, or this, that, and the other. And, I've changed. I've realized a bunch of things, and, it's for the better, and let's give this a second chance. And you're just like, I just don't know, because I hear what we were good together, but it was a lot of work, and so here you are at the crossroads, deciding, and it looks like that's going to be for the next couple of months at least, is more deciding, because it's going to hang in the balance. I think very wisely so. You're going to want to see some evidence of said changes, or said epiphanies that this person has had in their life, that they've turned into action, and how they're different and whatnot. Because this is someone that they want like a do-over. It's like they want to redo. They want a do-over. And the thing is, it feels like they're the ones that ended it. So for them to come back and be like, hey, you know what? I've changed this. But we didn't have to end it in the first place. I mean, so here I've been going on by myself, doing my own thing, and then you're the very one that ended it rather explosively, and suddenly here they come again, wanting to undo all that and be like, yeah, but you know what though, I've changed. I've made some changes in my life, and it's like that doesn't feel very stable to me. I vote no, Aquarius. I vote no. I vote for you taking your time and thinking about things, and kind of being like sequestered under yourself and keeping this person at bay. I vote no, because I think you went through a lot with this person, and it took a lot out of you. And I think that might be a little lost on them. It might, you know what I mean? Like they might not get the magnitude of what being with them was like. And it's admirable that they're striving for that stability and wanting to be that good partner, and coming back around and wanting to make an effort, but it is a lot of maintenance with them, and it has the potential, but this person needs to deal with their issues of stability and security and being a stable partner, and that being a partner isn't about you keeping everything up and running while they go off and fight this battle, or go off here, or on a moment's notice leave for this or that or whatever. This is about you being with someone that can give what you give, not about being the stable one so someone else can go off on a whim or a moment's notice and handle something, or not handle something, but you know what I mean, involve themselves in something where they really have no business being there, but it's this unquiet mind, this kind of restless need to just always be like, it's not stable. And yet we've got, two cards of stability here, and I think they're striving for that. I don't think they know how to do that. I think that's where you come in, and I think they like that influence of you with them. You make their life better. You make their life stable. It's also a lot of work for you to do that. And I think that's kind of lost on them. So there was and now it's them wanting, and you're actually considering it. I vote no. I think it's too much work until they get more progress in their change, and, their 2.0, their version of themselves 2.0, because I feel like what this really is about is that they can't do things on their own. They have a really hard time with a certain part of their life, probably finances, probably taking care of themselves. And you did that for them. You were their handler, so to speak, and they missed that. What else for Aquarius? Page of Coins. Good. So we got 3 pages here. Come on. We got 3 pages here. This is like, I need more time to think about this. And this is someone going, come on, it's going to be great. You need to back off and give me time. Because if you keep pushing me, you're not going to like my answer. I need to think about this. trust me, you want me thinking about this. And that's the thing. You would think they'd know that about you, because when you make a decision, you stick to it. There's a loyalty there. There's a steadfastness. So, you know, they would be smart to want to give you the time to think about this and to process and weigh all the pros and cons. For as adventurous and as, you know, much that you can make things happen on a moment's notice and whatnot, there is an underlying of, you know, this has to be of benefit. This has to make sense. We're just not going to go and upset the apple cart. It's got to be purposeful. And that's what the problem is this is someone trying, it's almost like they're trying to outrun something, or they're trying just to not be still because they don't like to, and it's not somebody that prefers a lot of activity. There's a little bit of there's kind of an issue there that they've got to deal with on their own, and I don't think they like being on their own, because then they have to, it's just them, and then they get into trouble. So they come running back wanting the stability that you two had, and you're just like, I just don't know if I want to be that for you or do that for you anymore, which I vote for, honestly. I vote for you deciding no, but you're going to do you, as you should. That's pretty cool. Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Well, shut my mouth. Maybe they have changed. Maybe them coming back professing change and epiphanies and all that, and they want to be the partner they always should have been. Maybe they have, and maybe they have convinced you of that, and that's why you're actually considering it. Perhaps they have. Maybe this is you giving a little bit of attention and time and being open-minded to see, but just a little bit. Just a little bit. What else for Aquarius? Overcome any obstacle, which I feel like you're staying on the straight and narrow would do that. But maybe the door is open just a little bit for this person. While you're like, okay, I'll give you, I'll leave the door open just to kind of see what you do. But you're still very much over here, not investing anything yet. You're still in the deciding phase, but you're still open, which honestly, my hat's off to you, because you kind of been through it with this person. So for you to still be willing to be open, that's some dedication and loyalty right there, because this is not somebody that, they're probably very dynamic and charming and all that, but they're kind of a lot of work. They're kind of ornery. They're kind of a lot of work. Okay. And that little part where it feels like they're kind of trying to outrun something, that kind of worries me. That there's this part of their life that they don't do well on their own, so that's part of the reason why they want to come back. That worries me a little bit, because that's exhausting, honestly. That's hard on a relationship. What else for Aquarius? The thing is that this person brings a lot of excitement and adventure, but you're also sitting here thinking about how stable and calm and assured your life is without the drama. Sometimes it's good drama, good stress, but when it's the bad kind, it really kind of disrupts things. And you're like, I just, do I want to keep things simple for a while? Can I just... What else for Aquarius? Okay, so we got Hangman reverse. That's Pisces. We got the World. So we've got an ending here. We've got probably a great remembrance, experience, all of that, something to look back on, like a romance of the ages, or like a relationship that was really pivotal and important, but that has come to an end. But then we've got someone that hasn't been able to let go or move on, and is probably coming back kind of trying to be, dare I say, pushy and plead their case, because there might be a little bit of this martyrdom issue going on here. Someone's kind of not able to, like I said, they can't do much for themselves on their own. Got a lot of great ideas, but aren't grounded enough to see one thing through to fruition. And so they can't transition. And then here they come back kind of really trying to make it appealing. And maybe even being pushy about it. And being kind of like, maybe there's a little bit of guilt thrown in. Maybe there's a little bit of, victim or martyr. Like, well, I just, if only, you owe me this much, you have to do just that little bit of something that kind of tugs on your heartstrings that makes you feel like, well, I'm not a monster. I don't want to leave him out in the cold or something. But it's like, we watch out for that, because this person's very charming, very, got a lot of great ideas, is used to people kind of winning people over, that type of thing. And it just, don't let them guilt you. And maybe that's why you're kind of keeping things at bay, because you don't want to be guilted into anything or shamed or manipulated, which this person, it's almost like they can't help it. They're very good at it. They're probably great at business. So just watch out for that. And I don't know, I don't know. I feel like it's the reconciliation is not for the right reasons, or them coming back in, not even reconciliation, them coming back in and starting to kind of want to talk about things is not for the right reasons. I don't have a good feeling about it. And yet here this is saying, embrace the miracles, be open to change, overcome. I think that is about overcoming them re-entering your life and still staying the course and choosing you and your happiness versus the excitement and the drama that they could bring. Just my 2 cents. Shutting up. All right. Aquarius, I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you in the next reading, and I wish you luck with this decision. I know it's kind of hard because this is tugging at your heartstrings. You're not a monster, right? You want to do the right thing, and you care. But we got some pages here, which is good because the door's not open all the way, but you're just like, well, okay, there's an interest there. Let's just see, but in small, like baby steps, small doses. Just seeing, not doing anything yet. Okay, I thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.